Over the course of the last 40 years, I've probably lost 300 pounds or more and gained back, lost, gained, but total, there's no telling. And it's been up and down, up and down, up and down.
When I was younger, I could eat whatever I want. I had a weight. I didn't deviate from that. And about 20 years ago, I decided I wanted to lose a little weight, so I lost kind of where I wanted to be, and that kind of started a roller coaster.
I battled with weight loss starting when I hit about 40.
I look back and I think I must have been on a diet pretty much my whole life until I was probably 13 and up.
I was up to 200 pounds way back 30, 40 years ago, and that scared me.
I have tried to use different diets. I've tried keto, I've tried low carb, calorie counting.
I've done low carb, I've done low fat.
Exercise, riding the bike, lifting weights.
Been on Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers.
I supported you and all the stuff you tried. Remember, they went to that fat freezing place and they froze your fat, and I don't want to know what happened to it, but you spent thousands at different places.
Oh, for sure.
And I always supported you. I never did
More
much
than
of it. I just kind of tried to watch, but I just didn't have any willpower, and I'd just go back to eating what I want.
I've done Weight Watchers, I've done keto, I've done Whole30, I've done Atkins. Anything that comes along, I would try.
And that works for a little while, but then it's hard to stay on that.
I've felt somewhat defeated because even when I was doing all that, then I would just not lose hardly at all. And then I would just completely abandon that and just go back to what I was eating, and then I would end up plus 5 pounds more.
About 3 years ago, Becky would hit me every night. She's like, "You're snoring, you're snoring. You're keeping me up." So I gained enough weight that I kind of was having some sleep apnea.
When I went off of the diet to just have a normal life again, then I would always gain what I always gained back what I lost plus.
I was down to like 330. Within a year, I went from 330 up to over 415 pounds.
I could never get in a swimming suit that was just not a one piece. I wanted to always do a two piece, but I couldn't because you could see the fat and just, it affected everything I did.
I started all the things I'd done before to lose weight, and I couldn't make the scale move at all.
Every other diet I've ever done, I was a slave to the scale.
I hated that scale because I knew when I got on it, it might be a little bit more than it was yesterday.
It's hard to stay motivated when you stop for like 2 weeks and then you fall back.
I always end up falling off the wagon and again, gaining more weight than what I did originally, trying to lose.
I have not found anything to work because I don't have good self-control.
If I exerted more self-discipline, I would lose weight.
It kind of plays havoc with your psyche about this.
You just fall back into it because you're miserable and you don't feel good.
I really was not happy with myself.
I think the ladies have more trouble losing weight than the men.
Many years ago when I lost 20 pounds, it was through kind of a starvation diet, like a fasting, where I drank something terrible. It was some multi-level plan, and it was miserable.
It didn't seem like it mattered what I tried or did. I just couldn't lose weight without hardly eating anything, and I knew that wasn't healthy.
It really didn't matter what I did. It seemed like my weight just kept going up, not going down. It didn't matter if I dieted.
There's jokes about how pilots eat, like pilot food and stuff, or just pick some piece of junk food and some liquid that's very odd that would go with it, and that would be a pilot's breakfast, or a pilot lunch or a pilot dinner.
I think cortisol had really also, that's the buzzword, stress in your life. He has to take off and land airplanes, so he's got substantially more cortisol.
It was way expensive to eat healthy, not eat quick, easy meals.
I was raised that you cleaned your plate.
I just wanted to get back to that pre-pregnancy weight where I was comfortable in my clothes and comfortable in my skin. I've tried, just exercising alone, cutting calories, tried like my fitness app, just drinking water in general, cutting back calories, and nothing has worked anything like this medicine has for me.
I hate to be negative, but as soon as I started this, I thought, you know what, this is just gonna be another bad thing that's not gonna work for me. I noticed something within the first week. And I thought, wow, and I'm not really even trying. I'm not starving myself. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, I'm losing, and I'm not cutting out anything. That I thought, wow, this is a huge miracle.
When I first started taking the medication, within 1 or 2 days, I noticed a difference in my appetite, and I had a very successful first week. I think I lost 6 pounds the first week.
I take it once a week, and the results as far as losing weight was immediate in starting to take it. So within the first week, I probably lost 5 pounds. I have kind of plateaued off, and so the doctor suggested upping the amount that I take, and so I have done that recently, and the pounds have started dropping off again. This medicine has helped me lose 30 pounds, which I was not able to do by myself, and I am so excited because I'm on my last belt loop, which means I'm going to be buying some new clothes very soon.
The doctor taught me about what a set point was, and I didn't know what a set point was, and he said that my old set point was about 180. You know, some days I'd be 183, 185, some days 176 or 177. That was kind of my set point. He actually said it was like a thermostat in the house. And I could understand that, where if you set it for 72 degrees, it kind of stays that way. What this did, it lowered my set point. I'm 5'9". You know, I started this medicine almost a year ago, I guess. I weighed 182. I got on the scale this morning, and I'm 143. That's like almost 40 pounds in a year. Consistently 3 pounds a week.
The medicine itself has changed just not my life, but my husband and myself and our child, all of our lives, because we've gone to Disney twice since we started this medicine. So I also have a picture that we have taken from Disney in July of 2021, in March of 2022, that can show you the difference. When I look in the mirror nowadays, I see a lot smaller person.
One of the things that I do like about this medicine, when you go out with friends, you don't have to sit there and just immediately go to the section of the menu that has the lean, you know, the little key for what you can eat if you're trying to eat healthy. You can order whatever you want off the menu. You're not limited. You can order what you want, you can eat.
Since I've started using the medicine, my portions have shrunk to like a third of what I used to eat.
I don't feel like I need to keep eating to keep myself full. The medicine really makes you feel satisfied for what you eat.
I used to be able to eat probably a 12 to 16 ounce steak at a steakhouse, and a side and a salad, and probably whatever my wife had left as well. But now I can barely eat like an 8-ounce steak and some veggies or some fries.
I'm losing weight while on thyroid medicine and have more energy.
My mindset changed. I realized I don't need all of that.
If you're not feeling hungry, you generally are not going to eat as much as you normally would.
I knew that losing weight, just from trying to figure it out, is 85 to 90% what you eat. It's not exercise.
I still fly, and you sit around a lot. It's very sedentary, and you have to force yourself to get on a treadmill or to go out and walk around the block.
I can't fit going to the gym for an hour and a half a day, 4 or 5 days a week into my schedule. I've got kids that have got to be here and got to be there, and mom comes last.
Once you're where you want to be, then exercise helps you, tones you up, and does that. But quantity and quality of food is what makes a difference in terms of health, overall health and weight loss.
I feel full sooner, but I feel satisfied as well. I'm not getting hungry again. You know, my body has gotten what it needs, and we're good to go.
I love like chicken wings and baked potatoes. I'm a carb person, I don't like vegetables. So with this medication, I don't have to change my diet. I can eat whatever I want. It's just I get full quicker, so my portions are smaller, which causes me to eat less, so I'm losing more weight.
I eat everything I like, I just don't eat as much of it.
I really been eating what I want, but just smaller portions.
I didn't have to change. The medicine changed it for me. It took away the need for snack, constant hunger, and that's what I needed.
If you're sharing meals, you're saving money. When you're going to restaurants.
Now we go into a restaurant and we'll share an entree, and we still, we'll split it. And restaurants don't mind when you split an entree. I used to think they make you feel bad. They don't care. A lot of people split entrees, and they bring it out on 2 plates, and we can't finish our plate with half the food.
Like earlier this week, we went to dinner, we shared an entree, and I had 2 lunches out of that entree. So we got 4 meals out of 1 entree.
Or a lot of times I'll just go ahead and, cut it in 2 and say, can I have a to-go box and then eat it later so that I'm not wasting it. But we definitely spend less money in food costs.
Whatever it is about the medicine that blocks the flow of peptides from the stomach to the appetite center of the brain, I guess that's what enables you to do that.
Because I saw the results pretty fast, I did not, feel defeated as I have in the past with other methods of losing weight.
I used to run, I used to do things like that. I was very athletic. I miss being able to do those things.
I really wanted to lose weight to feel better about myself.
My blood pressure would be like 190 over 112, and like today it was 124 over 84.
I had wanted to get back into riding my bike, and I just physically couldn't because the bike weighs 15 pounds and you weigh 275 pounds. The math doesn't work.
I definitely feel a lot of differences now that I've lost this much weight, and I do have further to go. But I feel a lot more energy just in general. I feel a lot more mental capacity, like to study and to remember things and do everything I'm doing for my schoolwork. I feel emotionally better. I have more confidence. I have more. To be frank, my libido is better.
For me, as the weight came off, my snoring has quit. And so, that alone has improved our relationship some.
I don't have any pains in my chest or shortness of breath or any things that I experienced before.
I feel good about, taking it because it's helping my heart as well.
I see the medicine as a tool for behavior modification.
Yes.
It's not a magic pill. It's not a magic bullet, so to speak. It's a benefit. It's a tool that benefits that helps you to modify your behavior.
I've actually had a lap band before, and it was removed. It made me extremely ill.
I've had a partial knee replacement and a total knee replacement, and I was literally like not able to do anything at all because I couldn't hardly walk. And the doctor was like, if you don't do something about your weight, you're gonna be in a wheelchair. But I couldn't do anything about the weight because I couldn't do anything because of my knees. So I had the surgeries and then after that, I was supposed to have the partial knee replacement that I have, I was supposed to have it modified into a total knee replacement. But because I've lost 105 pounds, my orthopedic doctor is now putting that on hold because it's not necessary because I'm not having pain anymore from it.
I had broken an ankle about 6 years ago, and so had pain just from doing that.
Compound fracture, 17 screws.
And I remember
plates,
the doctor telling me at the time, for every pound you lose 4 pounds of pressure. So I've lost
on the foot.
On the foot, I've lost 200 pounds of pressure taken off my foot. I'll go days now without thinking I broke it, where every day I used to think, oh, I broke my ankle, that's why it hurts. So that's been a plus.
So I really wanted to lose weight to feel better about myself. We have a 10-year-old little boy, and I wanted to be able to be more physical and active with him. I have more energy. I feel better about myself. I smile more often.
I feel like I have more energy. I don't feel as bloated.
Shortness of breath constantly. And now I can go in a store or the mall with my kids, especially my girls, they're 14 and 17, and I laugh because I'll be walking and they'll be like, Mama, can you slow down? Like they can't keep up with me now because I'm quicker than them. I'm able to, get up in the morning, I'm not tired all the time.
I guess the way I feel different is I just feel like I've got more energy, which I've just got more, I'm just more positive on pretty much everything. It's just been a true miracle.
I look at the side effects that, they've come up with, and I don't really have any side effects. Every once in a while, you have reflux or something like that, but it's mild in comparison to anything else I've ever done.
Well, it's true that you can't out-eat the medicine. The doctor told me that, and I tried to. I've had a few times where I do something stupid, and I'll have pizza late at night and mix it with chocolate. I can't mix pizza and chocolate, not at my age now. And so how do I pay the price? I just feel, I go through a lot of Tums. Sugar-free Tums are my best friend.
You know, we don't have side effects either. Do you have any? You've never said you have any.
No, the only thing is if I've, eaten like extra sweets or really rich foods and I haven't even noticed it, then I'll feel nauseous. And I think, oh, that's what it is. I just really
the only side effect I experienced was nausea at the beginning.
A little bit of nausea the first couple of doses.
And you've had no side effects, really?
Yeah, no, I haven't had any.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
This is the diet without being on a diet.
Right.
We take the medicine every Sunday. It's time released, so that just once a week is all you need. So Sundays are every Sunday morning, we apply the medicine. I use a little push button applicator on the belly. Push a button, takes 10 seconds, done. I don't feel a thing. I have friends ask me about the medicine, and of course I tell them, I send them to the doctor. But many friends have said, listen, I've checked into the kind of medicine that you're using, and it's like $1,500 to $2,000 a month. How can you afford it? And I tell them, I pay a fraction of that. Our doctor has the medicine made at a specialty pharmacy, and but it's custom blended with a lot more than just what you're looking at. I guess it's called a GLP, something like that. And when I tell them the cost, they just can't believe it.
I look at what we save in food and eating out and go, this is a pretty easy decision.
I tell them how we're saving money with what we save at the grocery and restaurants and medicine and everything. Not to put a price tag on self-esteem and just feeling better and working harder at our jobs. We have more energy when you factor in all those things.
I love to be in the outdoors, and so I'm able to go out there and enjoy that and not feel achy or painful or tired or anything like that. I'm able to go and enjoy it. So my quality of life has increased dramatically.
I get questioned all the time, what are you doing to lose this weight? And I don't mind sharing about the medicine because I love it and I want other people to feel the same as I do.
I wish more people knew about this. It's just like people still don't know there's something like this out there. And we find ourselves in a shopping mall or the grocery store, and we'll see people that are, really big, and we think, wow, if they only knew what I know. And of course, you don't want to go up to them and say, hey,
Yeah.
But boy, it's really, and I've read that with COVID, people have gained lots of weight, and it's sad if they only knew what we knew or what we know.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing? How have you lost this much weight? You gotta stop losing weight. You're shrinking. You're gonna blow away. Like, it makes me feel good. Because they always, you don't see it until somebody else sees it sometimes. They always notice it first before you notice it in yourself.
Seeing the difference physically in the mirror is wonderful, but also being able to look into my own eyes in the mirror and have some more respect for myself, and knowing that I'm doing things that are going to be good for my health in the long run, both for me to be able to be here for my wife and my kids one day.
It has changed my life a lot. I'm down to a 36 from a 44 waist. My knees don't hurt, my feet don't hurt, my back doesn't hurt.
I liked being in pictures again, especially when you go and see a picture of yourself, your new self.
I know it's taking the weight off, but I know it's going to be a permanent weight loss. I think it's going to be an actual change that will stick. It will actually help me keep the weight gone.
Before this medicine, you would never, ever let me look. I had to leave the room when you weighed yourself.
Yeah.
I'd have to go down the hall and she'd weigh, I'm done, and then I'd come back.
Yeah.
Now,
I go, oh my gosh, honey, come on here, come here.
She keeps a little piece of paper, and a little obsessive, and every day writes down her weight. And we have a digital scale. So you're not just 115, you're 115.4.
I really need something that I can stick to, that I'm not having to exercise 3 hours a day and still not lose the weight.
It's something that you can see yourself staying on and being able to manage your weight and not think about it anymore. That's the biggest thing. It's not having to think about it.
You don't feel good about yourself when you're overweight. And the success that I had that I've had with this medication has given me hope that I can get back to a weight where I do feel good about myself.